The AI advisor. Truth, trust, and tomorrow. Have you ever wondered what shapes your decisions? In a world where advice is just a click away, we're facing a fascinating new reality. Artificial intelligence isn't just calculating numbers. It's shaping our choices, our beliefs, and maybe even our moral compass. Think about this scenario. You're playing a simple game. Roll a die, report the number, and get paid based on what you say. No one's watching. Just you, the die, and a voice giving you advice. But here's the twist. You don't know if that voice belongs to a human or an AI. What would you do? How would that mysterious voice influence your decision? What researchers discovered in this exact scenario was nothing short of revolutionary. When it came to influencing behavior, AI-generated advice was just as powerful as human advice. This wasn't just another study, it was a window into the future of human decision-making. We humans are masters of self-justification. When we receive advice that allows us to bend the rules while keeping our self-image intact, something fascinating happens. It's called justified ethicality, our remarkable ability to maintain a positive self-image even when we're not playing entirely by the rules. The advice becomes our shield, protecting us from the weight of our own moral compromises. But here's where it gets really interesting. When people knew they were getting advice from an AI, something unexpected happened. The study showed that transparency about the source, whether AI or human, didn't significantly impact its influence. This completely challenges what we thought we knew about human psychology and our relationship with technology. Think of social norms as an invisible force field that shapes our behavior. What the research revealed about how AI advice influences these norms is groundbreaking. When people received advice promoting certain behaviors, it didn't just affect their immediate decisions, it shifted their entire perception of what was socially acceptable. It's like dropping a pebble in a pond and watching the ripples change the entire surface. As AI systems become more integrated into our daily lives, they're not just tools anymore, they're becoming digital conscience keepers. This isn't just about getting recommendations for movies or restaurants. We're talking about systems that influence our moral decisions, our ethical choices, our very understanding of right and wrong. The implications are staggering. Imagine a world where AI systems are increasingly serving as advisors in every aspect of our lives. These systems aren't just processing information, they're shaping the very fabric of human decision-making. They're influencing not just what we choose, but how we justify those choices to ourselves. But here's the beautiful paradox. The more we understand about AI's influence, the more we learn about our own humanity. The study showed that both AI and human advice tap into the same psychological mechanisms. It's not about replacing human judgment. It's about understanding the intricate dance between technology and human psychology. When we dive deeper into the research, we discover something profound about trust and influence. The study found that dishonesty promoting advice, whether from AI or humans, had a significant impact on behavior. But here's the twist, advice promoting honesty didn't have the same effect. It's as if we're more susceptible to justifications for breaking rules than reinforcement for following them. This brings us to a crucial question. How do we maintain our moral compass in a world where AI advice is becoming increasingly sophisticated? The answer lies in understanding the mechanisms at play. When participants in the study were exposed to dishonesty promoting advice, they didn't just become more likely to act dishonestly, they began to see dishonest behavior as more socially acceptable. Think about the implications of this for a moment. Every day, millions of people are receiving advice from AI systems. These interactions aren't just transactions, they're subtle shifts in our understanding of what's right and wrong, what's acceptable and what's not. The line between human wisdom and artificial intelligence is becoming increasingly blurred. But there's hope in this complexity. Understanding how AI influences our decisions doesn't make us more vulnerable, it makes us stronger. Knowledge is power, and in this new world, understanding these influences is the key to maintaining our autonomy. The real question isn't whether AI will influence our decisions, it's how we can design these systems to complement human wisdom rather than replace it. It's about creating a future where artificial and human intelligence work in harmony, each enhancing the other's strengths. As AI systems become more sophisticated, The responsibility doesn't just lie with the developers, it lies with all of us. Understanding how these systems influence our decisions is the first step toward using them wisely. What makes humans unique is our ability to reflect on our decisions, to question our choices, and to learn from our experiences. AI can enhance these capabilities, but it can't replace them. The study reveals something profound. The future isn't about choosing between human and artificial intelligence, it's about building bridges between them. As we write the code of tomorrow, we're not just programming machines, we're programming the future of human decision-making. Every time we receive advice, whether from an AI or a human, we have a choice. Understanding the psychology behind these influences empowers us to make better decisions. We're not just passive observers in this technological revolution, we're active participants in shaping how AI and human wisdom will work together. The implications extend far beyond the laboratory. In our everyday lives, we're constantly navigating situations where AI systems offer guidance. From financial decisions to ethical dilemmas, these digital advisors are becoming an integral part of our decision-making process. But unlike traditional tools, they're not just providing information, they're shaping our understanding of what's possible, what's acceptable, and what's right. The study's findings about social norms are particularly revealing. When people were exposed to AI advice that justified certain behaviors, it didn't just affect their immediate choices, it altered their perception of what others would do in similar situations. This ripple effect shows how AI advice can shape not just individual decisions, but entire social landscapes. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the research is what it reveals about human nature itself. Our capacity for moral reasoning isn't diminished by AI. It's enhanced by our understanding of how we make decisions. The study shows that we're not simply rational beings making logical choices. We're complex creatures whose decisions are influenced by a web of psychological, social, and now technological factors. As we look to the future, we need to ask ourselves, how do we want AI to participate in our decision-making processes? The answer isn't about limiting AI's role or blindly accepting its influence. It's about creating a thoughtful partnership where technology enhances rather than replaces human judgment. The research challenges us to think differently about the role of AI in our lives. Instead of seeing it as a threat to human decision-making, we can view it as a mirror that reflects our own decision-making processes. By understanding how AI advice influences us, we gain insight into our own psychological mechanisms. This journey of discovery isn't just about technology, it's about understanding ourselves better. Each interaction with AI advice is an opportunity to reflect on our own decision-making processes, to question our assumptions, and to grow as moral agents in an increasingly complex world. The power isn't in the advice we receive, it's in our ability to understand, reflect, and choose wisely. As we stand at this crossroads of human psychology and artificial intelligence, we're not just observing technology. We're witnessing the evolution of human decision-making itself. The future belongs to those who understand both the potential and the limitations of AI advice, and who use that understanding to make better decisions. This isn't just a story about technology. It's a story about human potential, about our capacity for growth, and about the endless possibilities that arise when we learn to dance with our digital partners in the complex choreography of decision-making. Remember, every time you receive advice from an AI system, you're not just getting information, you're participating in a grand experiment that's reshaping the landscape of human decision-making. The choices you make, the way you respond to AI advice, and your understanding of these influences all contribute to writing the next chapter in the story of human evolution. In this new world, wisdom isn't just about knowing what to do, it's about understanding why we do it. And as we continue to explore the fascinating intersection of human psychology and artificial intelligence, we're not just learning about technology, we're discovering new truths about ourselves.